Folks, hello and welcome to a very special Dungeons, Dragons, and Discourse. Glenn and I were both, what's it the word, indisposed. We were both otherwise occupied and unable to do a Friday live stream. So
I am.
we figured we'd do a Sunday.
Yeah,
So,
I was sort of I had to deal with going to Dallas for a couple of days, so had a family function out there. Oh, you want to see? You want to see a neat trick? You want to see a neat trick?
Let's see. Tell me the trick.
I'll show you a neat trick. Hey!
Whoa!
Boom!
Wait a second. You got a new hat.
That's right.
Uh-oh. Flint, welcome. Vanishing Tower Press, welcome. No abusing, Glenn. You can't abuse my Glenn. You can't.
Who's Hallstrom? Wait,
Yeah, you misspelled his name, I see.
No,
You're being tricky, I see.
As it goes, so it goes.
So, oh, by the way, so I got home from the Poconos today. Vic, welcome. And here I am. I log into my computer, and then I'm like, hey, Humble Bundle has a Star Trek RPG bundle. Apparently, I guess they're coming out with the second edition of the Modiphius RPG for Star Trek. So as little as $1, you can get the starter set. 25 gives you. I'm buying it only because they have the animated series source book. They got the animated. I haven't seen the animated series probably since it was originally on.
Got it up on my shelf.
Oh, see, so that's one of the reasons why I'm going to have to.
I've got the 3 seasons of Star Trek plus that, which to me equals the 5-year.
This is our 5-year mission.
The 5-year mission. Because I think the Star Trek animated ran for a couple of years. So yeah, there it is. Hey, Mike.
So I'm not buying it for the idea that I'm gonna listen. I'm more of a Trekkie than I am a Star Wars, fanatic, whatever they call those Star Wars people. I'm more of a Trekkie because that's what I grew up. I didn't go to the movies when I was a kid. We didn't have money for that. You didn't see this shit until it actually, You didn't see this stuff until it hit TV, so or videotape later on. So I have decided I'm going to see this for the Star Trek lore, and I don't care about the Discovery lore or the Below Decks lore. That all can go fucking rot. But Strange New Worlds, fine. The original series characters.
I'm just doing the original. That's all. I don't do the movies. Although I do, they have the first J.J. Abrams one. Becky wanted that one, so I got it.
It wasn't bad.
I liked it.
And, if you treat it like watching or reading comics, it's like, okay, Earth 1, Earth 2, right? Kind of similar, kind of not. Mm-hmm. It wasn't. Was like Marvel's What If, but
what if Disney Star Wars was good?
Oh well.
They own the Marvel IP. So, by the way, let me show you something else. We finally got it installed. Dun dun dun! Washer and dryer.
Oh, stackable too.
Oh yeah. I just washed the whole big load today. In fact, we were recording Thinko's Hammer while I was doing the laundry.
JJ isn't that good of an actor. Well, he likes his flair.
Directly,
and I'm not talking about dressing with flair. He just likes Glenn's flair.
It had Chris Pine in there, so it was good.
Yeah, I like Chris Pine.
Chris Pine, and then he did, Honor Amongst Thieves, and he was golden with me.
Yeah.
It was one of the reviewers said, one of the reviews in the D&D movie said Chris Pine is the Chris Piniest he's ever been.
Well, he's also Steve Trevor in the Wonder Woman movies, right?
That's right. That's right.
Which wasn't bad. I mean, the first Wonder Woman movie was actually fairly good, and the second one, I don't think I finished watching it on demand because I just couldn't, man. It was schlocky.
That's what I've heard. I've heard. I don't know. Warners just can't get their DC stuff straight unless it's on TV.
Yeah, no, but then again, well, actually, I used to watch. I haven't watched the Doom Patrol in ages.
I still gotta watch that. That's Matt.
I watched the first season. It was actually pretty good, bizarre but good.
I loved it.
Which I guess falls back to Garth Ennis who wrote the first series or so for the modern series for that, and the Titans. So I think I watched the first 2 seasons of the Titans, and then it seemed to go off the rails, and I don't think I went back for more, but I probably should at some point. I mean,
Becky was all about. She loved The Flash.
What, the movie or the
TV series?
Oh,
the old DC TV series with the last one they did. She really liked that show.
I never, I watched. Now this is gonna. I watched some of Arrow first season when Arrow was out, and I couldn't stand it because the character was so unlikable, such an ass. I'm like, I can't. Now, I don't know if it got better as time went on.
And also, Challengers of the Unknown she used to watch.
I didn't even realize that was on. I'd have to go back. I enjoyed that.
Hunter and all them.
Yeah, I enjoyed that comic. I mean, of course, the only issues I had were ones that I bought at the dollar bin. It's like, ooh, a 12-cent comic for $1. Look at that. It's crumbling in my hands, but it's golden.
It's $1.
It's $1. So, you may do with it.
Oh,
By the way, folks, this is streaming live on Rumble, on X, on YouTube.
On X? Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. We're on X. So, we're just trying to give options. And for podcast-wise, so, Mike, you can remind our third host on Wednesdays that yes, we're going to be on Spotify, but Spotify doesn't host the live streams, as far as I can tell. But we'll put the live streams up after the fact.
Oh, one more. Oh, by the way, look, I lost my TV.
Whoa!
It's in the front room now. She owes me a TV.
I did not know that.
So she's got the 4K in the front room, and I've got the 4K player here. I said, I'm not going to put it up there. You're going to give me a new TV. Same size.
There's a power play going. What size did you have?
I have is it a Samsung or an LG? I think it's a Samsung, a 70-inch Samsung 4K TV.
Ooh.
And an LG 4K Blu-ray player.
Very nice.
So I will have to wait to watch any movies, I guess.
Okay. Our main TV is Sony Bravia from Black Friday 2020. It's 4K. It's got a beautiful screen. I haven't seen a dead pixel on it yet, so I am happy.
I believe we got ours in 2022.
Okay.
From Cons of all places.
I got mine from Amazon, but hey,
that's probably where mine's going to come from. I mean, she said she told me, she says, I'll get you another TV if you put it in the room where I wanted you to put it, against the window.
Why would you put it with the window behind it? Then you get.
That's what I thought. She said you never open it. So yeah, but there's still light coming through.
Yeah, I can see light coming through it right now. You can't.
This is like 1980s wood paneling around here. It's dark. I got like 3 lights I had to go buy to brighten this place up.
You could put it with the window framing it if you got blackout curtains. Now that could work.
Well, they are pretty thick. Just the middle that.
Yeah, no, you'd need. I've had blackout curtains for when I was working midnights, and they did a pretty good. They did a pretty good job. You know. So, Big Vic, The Boys on Amazon is basically unwatchable. And Mike says, yeah, until season 4 went off the rails. I haven't. Listen, I enjoyed the first 3 seasons of The Boys. I don't want to ruin it. I mean, I enjoyed Game of Thrones until the last season and a half, and then I watched it because I forced myself to, because I said it's got to get better. It can't wind up being this bad in the end, and I'd rather just leave The Boys where they were, unfinished, than to watch what I have heard is pretty painful.
I haven't watched any of that stuff. I've seen clips on YouTube, but I haven't.
Okay.
But I haven't watched any episodes. So, who knows?
Yeah, I've just heard. I've heard stuff on the YouTube, on social media from friends like Mike. And it's like, oh, geez, I really don't think I want to go there.
I had to listen to, on Thanko's Hammer today, I had to listen to Full On Gamer rant about Gen Con because he couldn't go.
Okay.
He had to basically rant about how lousy they're running it and how they're doing the rooms and all this stuff. You can't get a room until you get a badge. And then he said lottery. The minute he said I said, the minute you say lottery, I won't go. A room lottery? No.
So there's no guarantee that I'll have a place to stay within 30 miles of the venue. So I have to rent a car, pay exorbitant parking fees. No.
Yep. That's the way it goes.
That's not the way I want to do it, man.
Yeah, I understand that. I told him he's always welcome in North Texas, and I said if you want to come, I'm going to be one of the special guests, and you can play whatever the hell you want, because you're under me.
There you
go. You know, you got to do the right thing. But yeah, he's the guy who keeps sending me anime.
Okay.
I got about over $8,000 worth of Blu-rays now of anime. At this, he says more are coming. And last week he sent me season 1 of Andor, and I said, "You're slipping. That's the first time you ever sent me a Blu-ray that wasn't anime." He likes Andor.
Andor was good. And, you know, I will say for a modern Star Wars release, Andor wrapped up, and I was like, I want another season. I really do. I want more. It was very, very well paced, and you cared about the characters. I mean, like I enjoyed The Mandalorian, the first 2 seasons. After that, it kind of got weak sauce. Boba Fett was painful and pointless.
I saw Mandalorian first season. I haven't seen the other seasons.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing with a lot of these on-demand series. Usually the first season is the strongest, right? And after that, it seems to slack off. It seems to get weaker.
Yeah.
Flynn said the second season of Andor is coming out in 2025. So, I mean, there's a reason for me not to cancel my Disney subscription. You think? Do you think Disney is going to use my Disney subscription against me if I have a slip and fall at a Disney resort?
I said, yeah, well, that came up. That came up today too. And they goes Hammer. It's like, well, we got rid of our Disney Plus, so I guess I can go trip and fall in Disneyland or something.
Yeah, but Disney's claiming that contract is into perpetuity. You signed it once, you agree forever.
If I'm not paying for it, it's null and void.
And here's the thing too: the stupid shit about it is, yes, we all know that there's no such thing as negative publicity. Well, no, that's bullshit. Because if you're Disney, you don't want negative publicity like this, where people are talking about, "Hey, I'm going to cancel my Disney Plus." And I don't even know at this point why I'm keeping it, because I don't really enjoy anything on Disney. I don't even look. I don't watch anything there for months at a time. So why am I paying for it?
It's rare that I actually follow a series on streaming anyway.
Well,
I asked Becky to turn Netflix on a month ago because I wanted to see that live action One Piece. And then I looked at the way it was set up, and it's like, I'm never going to finish it's only 8 episodes, but it's like, I'm never going to get around it. I just said, turn it off again.
Well, you got it for a month. Tough.
Yeah. But, I don't really care for binge watching, to tell you the truth.
You know, Netflix and Amazon, I also like them for their documentaries, their movies, their stuff that I will enjoy. But I'm finding that the periphery, like, why Disney Plus? Am I enjoying the Marvel stuff? Listen, I'll enjoy Daredevil when I see it for sure. But is it? I could just buy the DVD when it comes out, watch it on my 70-inch TV, and be happy as a pig in poop, or 65-inch, whatever it is. I haven't measured it in years, but hey, size isn't everything. We're not talking about that.
So, I'm still slogging through an Arduin book.
Okay.
Because I want to review it. I got about halfway through Vaults of the Weaver.
Oh, okay.
And let me tell you, even the beginner dungeon is a kill fest. I get these people who look at it and they say, look at all that treasure in every room. And I said, well, first off, it's not in every room. If you notice, they only describe maybe 10, 12 rooms out of like 20, 25 per level. Secondly, yeah, there's a lot of treasure. Do you see what's guarding said treasure? If you get all that treasure, you have earned it. I mean, he packs stuff like 6 ghouls. They won't think twice of putting a giant scorpion or a wraith in there. So yeah, it's not Monty Hall.
Okay.
It's a grind.
The beginning adventure is for what level characters?
1st to 3rd.
With the rate, ooh,
Howling Tower. The Howling Tower. I think, yeah, it's unbelievable. Oh, there it is. Here we are, Sonny. Let me take a look. If I don't knock my lamp over here. Yeah, this is what I'm reading.
Oh, knocking your lamp over.
I mean, yeah, they were good enough to give us the complete run. I should, do more with it. But let me check this out. I'm going to pull up the 1st to 3rd. In fact, the big dungeon, for 8+ was the one that started the book. But let's see. Citadel of Thunder, which is the second one, 3rd one. Yeah. The Tower. The Howling Tower. Okay. Here we go. Let's see if I can pull up something we recognize here. And sometimes it's a trap. Sometimes the whole room is the monster. And it's really weird. All these monsters that they came up with that I don't recognize.
Well, that was the whole point, right? To keep your players off kilter.
True.
You don't want them knowing every creature that's in the book. And that's why Gary would, with the players own the monster manual, the DMG, you should kill the PC because that's ruining the game.
Okay.
Well, reality is we all
here you go. Look at this one. The ground level of the Howling Tower. The floor and 40-foot high ceiling are a pale yellow marble. The walls are a pale violet marble and have iron torch sconces 15 feet up every 10 feet. They are unlit. The treasure is stacked behind the secret door in the northeast corner. It consists of 6 leather bags of 100 gold each, a magic wineskin capable of holding 300 gallons of liquid, a crystal ball keyed for illusionists only, and a +5 magic kite shield. Only paladins may carry. There's a white unicorn with a gold background. Now that's a lot of treasure, right? The Guardians are 10 now it's only first level here. 10 first level zombies in chainmail with shields and broadswords. Each is 4 + 1 HD, 38 hit points, AC 5. 5 of them have decks of 10 and the rest have decks of 12. They're led by a 4th level priest mage of Cthulhu, sort of. Has a dex of 14 carrying a witchfire wand with 23 charges. He also bears a blue jade ring of becoming invisible for 10 minutes a day. He will be invisible as the door is open. Surprise. Throw that up against a first level party.
As Wenger would say, surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, that's and look at the maps too. I like the map. No, I did a episode. I just did a Radio Grognard episode on this. What drives me crazy about some of these books like Dungeons or Mega Dungeons? What they have to describe everything. Everything that's in there, from Thunder Mountain to Rapanathuk. Look at the way he does it. There's a lot of rooms, right?
Right.
There's only maybe 10 of them have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 rooms that are described. Everything else is yours. And at the end of the module, he's got a chart, A to Z, of traps you can put in said rooms. I can easily convert that into some kind of table I can roll on. But yeah, they do it right, though. It may be deadly, but they do it right.
Well, there you go.
I'm dying to get some 5e people in there.
Well, 5e characters, maybe they could survive that. Oh, you're going to bring them in with classic characters.
Oh, I can. Yeah, I guess I could do that too. That's what I was thinking of. But 5e characters. First level.
5e characters. If they were third level, they're already Wonder Man power and classic Marvel.
Yeah.
And I know that's a deep one. You don't ever hear that character mentioned these days.
No. Poor guy. He was an actor.
Yes. The forgotten hero. Hawkeye gets more screen time than Wonder Man. I wonder if he comes back in Phase 6. Well, they can't call him Wonder Woman, right? I mean, they can't change his gender because that's already an IP of another company. Go figure.
What was it? What if? Remember the funny what if issue they put out?
Only one? There were a number of it.
Well, I remember the first one. I remember the first
Howard
one.
the Duck.
They did, but one panel said, "What if what is it? Power Man and Wonder Man were female, and then there's a letter right there saying, your distinguished competitor requests that you do not do that, or something to that effect. Our lawyers will be in touch with you if you do.
You know, I mean, that was something that I enjoyed from my childhood was DC and Marvel doing their crossovers and doing sometimes those little inside jokes referencing the other company. And
They had two parody magazines at different times. Remember Not Brand Ech?
Oh God, yes.
Yeah, and the second one they did was called What the? And
I don't know about what the. I remember Not Brand Ech.
I remember the first story was DC villains coming over to Marvel and messing people up. And it was basically they went to, there was a DC tunnel. It says, to the DC universe, watch your head. And the Joker came through and he said, yeah, you guys are easy to fight because over in the DCU, they're all psychos. We're going to get killed. I remember they had a picture of Joker talking, and behind him was Adam West Batman standing there saying, hey, Caesar, where's the mustache?
Oh, God. I wasn't a loyal Marvel reader, but I enjoyed the What If series.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
they had a regular feature in that called, Not Brand Ech, called, remember Teen Hulk?
Yes.
He'd Hulk out and he'd screw everything up because he's a teenager.
Yeah, Crazy Magazine was Marvel's fake Mad Magazine. Was you know, Mad Magazine was more hit than miss. Crazy was often more miss than hit. But
and it's on the web now. The other one, the third one, Not Mad, Not Crazy, Cracked.
Oh yeah.
And they were okay being number 2. In fact, the publisher said, "You're the magazine they're the magazine that kids buy when Mad is out, when they've sold out of Mad."
Oh my God, there's no more Mad Magazine. All right, I'll take the crack.
I've got, Mad Magazine was a comic for like 23 issues.
Yeah, the first ones.
Yeah, then they went to magazine format after the whole comics code thing happened.
Right, because then you didn't have to once you went to magazine format, you didn't
have to worry about all that stuff.
Code. Yep.
Yeah, I've got a 3-book set over here called Mad's Usual Idiots.
Okay.
And it was like Jack Davis, Will Elder, and I can't remember the third one. Woodward. Yeah. But it was like all of their stories from the comics, all of them in color. And it's one of my favorite sets. And, and I look through and I go, oh God, I remember all these. I really remember all these. It's really great.
The last Mad magazine that I picked up in print must have been in 1997 because it had a whole section on police. And I was a rookie cop and I saw it at the newsstand and I was like, I had to get it. I grabbed it and it made the rounds in the locker room. Must have taken about a month to get back to me. Gets back to me. It looks like it's, it went on a world tour. It was so beat up. God only knows where the hell that went.
Amalgam Comics. God, I remember those.
Oh God, yeah, I have the complete Mad on CD. I haven't tried to run that. I don't even know where it is in my closet right now. So, but I am sure if I search the interwebs enough, just like the Dragon magazine CD-ROM collection, I'm sure there's a place that maybe legitimate owners of said collection can find copies that they can legally download since they already own it. Just saying.
Yeah, Gutenberg.org or the Internet Archive. I don't know which one of those. Oh yeah, I remember they came out with that, didn't they? I saw two of them. They came out with the complete Mad on CD and the complete Archie comics on CD.
Archie, I could pass on.
I used to buy those.
When there was nothing else to buy, I would buy Archie. Climbing that mountain Sunday live stream. You've been burning a candle at both ends lately. 4 to 5 live streams a week. I struggle to do one. My hat's off to you. Well, listen, Glenn had stuff going on. I was out of state. And actually, we didn't have the Thursday live stream. There was stuff going on that didn't get that one. So we had Wednesday, we had Saturday, and then Sunday. Sunday is Friday today. So this is your Friday live stream.
What do you do on? Which one do you do on Thursdays?
I do a live stream with Don Samora and from Wizard Tower Games and Tom Verrall. So Don hosted. I'm just the third wheel.
Oh, I thought that was just a guest star thing you did.
No. I'm a regular now, or as regular as I can be.
Hey, can I come on the show? Can I come on the show? I'm regular. I take Pepto-Bismol every night.
Sometimes.
Well,
I prefer the tablets personally.
I don't mind. I don't mind the liquid. I don't mind the liquid.
But the whole thing, we realized I was coming, like being like a regular guest, and they were like, "Oh, let's just make it regular." I'm like, "All right," but I gotta be off by like 8:57, so I have time to run to the bathroom before starting up the Discord and hang out at 9:00.
Gotcha.
So, it's sometimes it's rough to be a Tenkar. But
they used to have what was the other one they had? They had the complete Archie comics, the complete Mad comics, and National Geographic set, like 25 CDs or something.
So you're talking about like my early childhood porn.
Yeah, they had like from the beginning. They had all the National Geographics on there, and then they had a separate set if you just wanted the maps.
Okay, now that would be awesome. I could do just the maps. That would be great. But I still remember it's like the National. There I am, like 10 National Geographic. I gotta find one with the natives, because they took those pictures and they were legitimate. So.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Gunn, nice of you to join us, sir. Thank you so much.
The gun is here.
The gun.
Howdy, Mr. Gunn.
The gun is on fire.
Locked and loaded.
Or something.
Or something. Oh.
Or something.
Oh. Some home here.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, that's it. I was in Dallas. I got to pick up another Blu-ray, which was nice. I got the Indiana Jones 4-disc, four movie set. I had the DVD set though, the 3 a long time ago. I don't know what happened to it. Somebody stole it or something. And so it was on sale at Barnes and Noble. They were doing a 50% off on Paramount stuff. So for $60, I got it for $30. And it's got the 4 movies. I mean, I can ignore the Crystal Skull if I want to.
Oh, that's what they say. Like how many Indiana Jones movies are there? There's 5.
Yeah, that last one, the Dial of Destiny, that was the last one.
All right, I think I tapped out at 3.
I tapped out at 4.
Isn't it 3 is the one where he's there with Sean Connery, right?
That's right. That was one of the best.
Right. That's where kind of like me with the boys. 3rd season, I'm done. 3rd movie, I'm done because they're only going to go downhill from here because they can't.
Hey, me at Star Wars 1 to 6, then I'm done.
All right, but Star Wars numbering is all fucked up. It's Star Wars 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3,
Uh,
7, 8, 9.
I just don't run them in the correct. I run them in an order where you're actually surprised at a few things if you see it for the first time. I forget what they call somebody's order, and what it is you show somebody who has these Star Wars 4 and 5, then show them 1, 2, 3, and then 6. Because
Really?
because because like 1, 2, 3 spoils the surprise of Yoda in 4, 5, 6. And 4, 5, 6 doesn't explain the background of Darth Vader. So basically you're going 4 and 5, and then it's like, oh, how did we get here? How did he get to be Darth Vader? You go back to 1, 2, 3, and by that time you're ready for the last one. I got those. I got the set with the 6 plus Rogue One. Rogue One is a great bridge between the first trilogy and the classic trilogy.
Huh.
You've seen Rogue One, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
But listen, I saw 4, 5, 6, and I struggled through 1, 2, 3 with my son, who thought they were the best things since sliced bread, because he was young and impressionable. My God.
Well,
I saw Rogue One years after it came out.
The one good thing that Disney did putting out the sequel trilogy is it makes the first trilogy look good.
Okay.
Because now a lot of people are saying, well, what'd you think of 1, 2, 3? It's like, well, it wasn't as bad as 7, 8, and 9.
So Mike says, yeah, Rogue One happens between both series, so it fits perfectly.
Yes.
I don't have an answer to that.
I wasn't asking you, Alexa. Did I say Alexa anywhere in that statement? No, but she decided to pop her ass out. Damn Amazon. All right, so now I haven't followed up on this, but since we're talking about Star Wars, I'm seeing, like, I haven't watched the videos, but I'm seeing headlines on YouTube that there's talk that they're going to take the last 3 Star Wars movies, 7, 8, and 9, remove them from canon, pretend they never existed, and start over. Is that halfway true?
Yeah, Rogue One is the hunt.
So, is that any way, shape, or form true, or is that just some YouTubers talking shite? Like we talk shite.
Well, I hope it's true.
All right.
Well, not that I buy them anyways, or watch them on stream.
No.
I already went through that pleasure in the theater.
Ben, Mike, you need to understand that Star Wars was never really that good. It was okay entertainment for the time.
Lucas had a vision, and people stopped listening to it. Oh.
Well, listen. Again, I'm a Trekkie. I'm not a Star Wars fanatic, which is why it took me forever to watch Rogue One and watch. Oh God, what was that?
Solo.
Yeah, I'm about to say that stupid movie. You read my mind, Glenn. You read my mind.
Never saw it.
Yeah, I saw Solo. And I was like, ugh. He's less likable here. He's a real CEO.
Well, he had to grow.
So I was like, all right, well, that was a waste of my time. I'm not going to get back. So,
right.
I enjoyed Star Wars, and I enjoyed the hype. I didn't enjoy the reboot of of movies 4, 5, and 6. hand shot first, taking that away. It's what made his character special, that he could, when the time was right, make a decision that may be morally black.
I don't care about what Lucas tried to add to it or whatever it is. It's still watchable to me, except Han did shoot first. That's the only, caveat on that I have on that.
Yeah. And I enjoyed the original special effects, even if they were a little campy at times, because again, as Mike said, they were pushing a lot of the envelope for that time. That's
Right.
what made it special.
1, 2, 3. I can see. I think it's pretty good now because I can see what Lucas was after and what he was trying to do.
So.
And hey, pod racing is cool.
Oh my God. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. That's and that freaking Gundam shit. Oh no, just yeah. Misha, no lie.
Oh, Jar Jar. I have no problem with Jar Jar because I kind of ignore him.
Well, I'd have my son going around going, Misha, no lie. Misha, lie. I was like, shut up. If you want to live to see your next birthday, you will shut up. Oh no, that was annoying.
Such a trap shot.
Now that being said, though, I will say, what was it? What was the? Oh God, the animated series, the Bad Clone one.
Oh, the Bad Batch.
Bad Batch. That was actually pretty good. I thought the storyline for that was pretty strong.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, that. I didn't watch the whole when it was going on. It's like the whole Clone Wars shit that they were. I was like, I don't have time for that. Maybe I'll go back and watch it one day if somebody tells me it's good. Grown-ups getting all upset about the new terrible Star Wars are not living in reality, because it was always nah. It's very average and helped along by cool imaginings by Lucas and Ford as Han. Mike, you're ruining people's dreams. Okay, you're being a bad Santa. Stop being Darth Vader here.
Well, he is bad, Mike.
Oh, geez, you're right. All right, but I'm just saying, stop being so bad. Yes, Jar Jar stinks. Star Trek in the '90s might be the pinnacle of Star Trek.
You mean he's not? Jar Jar isn't a secret Sith Lord?
Yeah, Star Trek in the '90s, Next Generation, Discovery, which I didn't watch enough of, Deep Space Nine, I initially disliked because I saw it as a ripoff of Babylon 5. But they all had decent storylines, and they had likable characters, which is hard to say about like Discovery. I mean, Picard only worked because they made that last season a Star Trek: The Next Generation throwback, where you can go Easter egg, Easter egg, Easter egg, Easter egg, and that was fun. But I didn't watch season 2 of Picard. I watched season 1. Said this is. I like none of the characters. I like absolutely zero of the story. Why am I going to continue? And that's the whole thing about streaming movies or streaming TV series. If you feel obligated to continue watching a show that's shit because you've invested time in it, all you're doing is feeding the algorithm more bad. It's like, oh, well, everybody's still watching Discovery. It must be great.
Well, I do admit that I had watched all 9 Star Wars episodes because I felt obligated for some reason, even the sequel stuff. But after 9, it's like, that's it. I'm done. No more Star Wars movies.
Mike, Strange New World. I haven't seen the latest season, but the first season was actually pretty good. I'm not saying it was amazing, but it was pretty good. Actually, what I want to do is go back and rewatch the Orville. I think the Orville is a lot stronger than a lot of us gave it credit for
I
initially.
heard. Seeing as we're not going to ever get a Galaxy Quest series now.
But you know, the Orville in a way was more Star Trek than Discovery was, and that's saying a lot. And listen, yes, there was campy humor going on in there, but remove the humor, you have somebody who was a legitimate fan of the genre, and probably Star Trek in particular, goofing off of Star Trek, but with some storylines that were pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And it had Norm Macdonald in it. I mean, what more do you want? Come on. If Discovery was complete garbage,
Really?
oh my god.
Norm Macdonald was in it?
Yeah, he was with the amorphous creature that was you know, focused on sex all the time.
He wasn't playing death. He wasn't playing death like he does in the Family Guy.
No. But yeah, it was pretty funny. Having watched the movies in timeline order, not in real life order, I can
Yeah.
the original 3 and Rogue One were good movies. The rest is terrible. The writing in the sequel trilogy is better than the prequel trilogy too. The difference is that the sequel
Really?
went out of the way to piss everyone off. Moral of the story: don't give money to people that hate you. Well, yeah, I mean that's the moral for a lot of this stuff, right? But we're doing that with D&D. Oh, not us. Don't get me wrong.
Who was?
Not us. But fandom, the D&D fandom is doing that with D&D. They're giving money to a company that actively dislikes them because they don't spend enough money.
And the whole the shield debacle.
Yeah. So.
In fact, I'm still waiting for my check, Watsy.
I want to check a few good, nice bottles. Yes, that's the ticket. Yeah, Deep Space Nine and Babylon 5 are not even in the same league.
I never got into
It's a shame that Babylon 5 is awesome. It only breaks down in the last season, and I can tell you why it breaks down in the last season.
Well, it just seems complicated to me.
Oh, it's a really good series, but what happened was they had to rush the ending because they were told they were not going to get renewed, and so they had to basically condense what was going to be two seasons into one to come out and close it with a bang, and then they got renewed. And then it was like, oh, fuck, now what do we do? All right, we will just kind of play this off and continue on, maybe kind of, sort of. And then they did the Rangers as a spin-off. That sucked. They did some movies, which were interspread within the series. Those were actually pretty good. Babylon 5 was good. I got a chance to watch the recent cartoon that was a follow-up, or animated movie, I should say. And it was supposed to be a reboot, but I don't think they're rebooting it.
Oh, man, allergies.
Oh, I've been suffering from it too, especially since going to the Poconos. Mr. Gunn, Picard is equal to geriatrics in space. By the way, I want to welcome, we have 11 viewers on Rumble at the moment.
Rumble?
Thank you, Rumble.
I should go look at Rumble one of these days.
We've got 6 viewers coming from X. So, very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
Well, allowing access. Listen, I don't like monopolies. I always believe that information wants to be free, right? So if you can access via whatever app, whatever service makes you most comfortable, do so.
Uh-huh.
Whether it's Rumble, YouTube, X, Spotify, can't watch live, but we'll be putting the stuff up on Spotify now. It's because of you all. We're trying to find the best ways to allow you to connect.
Right.
So, now I'm going to try to catch up on the damn chat. Yes, Babylon 5 is the best, and that's like saying Coke tastes better than sea cucumber slide.
Well, it does, but that's not the point.
That's like comparing cucumbers to
Lemons.
Yeah, that's not too high a bar. Is right. Orville was pretty good. It had some funny, and it had some decent storylines. It had some decent stuff going on, and the humor was definitely damn good. Yeah, Deep Space Nine was Paramount's ripoff of GMS's B5 proposal. Andromeda with Kevin Sorbo.
We heard that one in a long time.
Yeah, I actually never saw it. My son's mother was a huge fan of it. I actually even took that as her social media handle back in the day, Andromeda. I haven't thought about that in ages. Just like was it the Enterprise, right? The
Star Trek Enterprise?
Star Trek Enterprise. I think I saw half of one episode. I've heard it's actually pretty good. I don't know.
Interesting.
So,
Interesting.
when Shizzle after the first season. All right. Well. Yes, B5 keeps on trying to get to a reboot. Mr. Gunn, we don't need a reboot. Well, maybe not. But more Babylon 5 would certainly. You're not going to bring any of these stars over. They're all deceased or geriatric. So you'd have to really be a real reboot. Steven, I quoted Greedo in the cantina scene when I was playing someone from a newly discovered culture in a national mock trial competition. I got awards for the performance as an undergrad. Cool. Nice.
Hey, Wizard Tower Games,
Done.
The future home of Gangbusters BX.
Oh yeah, that's
little
right.
Plug there.
Just a wee little plug.
They said they were going to send me a copy too. That was very nice of them. In time for me to run something at North Texas with the new system, the new old system. You know,
Mr. Gunn, you are commenting on YouTube and in this case Rumble, but I'm glad you're watching on Rumble. The series with Captain Laneway and First Officer Joke Tay. Of course, Mr. Gunn, being the ass. You know what? Discovery did time travel too, didn't it? I mean, that's just part of the genre. Bad Mike, the mature science fiction has had a tough time getting a foothold because of the roots of science fiction. Entertainment was typically monster of the week stuff or weak-ass writing or shitty special effects. That's why Star Trek, the original series, was such a big change. You had legitimate authors, people that were legitimate science fiction writers writing episodes. That's why you had some really compelling stories. I mean, so compelling that Gene Roddenberry had to go in and fuck him up to make him less compelling because he thought it was going to go over the head of his audience.
Oh, yeah. Let's revisit the
Yeah. JMS wants to revisit the universe, which would be fun.
Hey, thank you. That's one or two games that are coming out in April if the other Kickstarter pans out. So I will be playing that. I will be running that and Hell of a Town at North Texas.
Stephen, I did like Solo. I think it's a great module for RPGs. Same with Disney's The Black Hole, which is great if you're going to use it as a resource, but as entertainment, it was pretty shit. I don't know.
There's a lot of bad movies out there that will make great campaigns at the table. You just take the story and run with it.
Bad Mike, as Eric said, thank you. Star Trek did it serious and with a change of pace. They did, and um, I've been, I don't know. I guess Facebook now realizes that I am a bit of a Trekkie, so I get a lot of these like Star Trek stuff showing up in my feed, and it's how the planned reboot of uh, Star Trek, the series, which they planned on bringing back at one point with a lot of the original actors. Never happened, but a lot of the set stuff was used for Star Trek the motion picture, and some of the storylines were rewritten for Star Trek the Next Generation, which I found to be pretty good background information for all that stuff. Not too shabby. Uh, Earth Above and Beyond.
Never saw it.
Never saw it. Space Above and Beyond. Never saw it. Yeah, Mike. Again, I saw Solo as a solo movie, and I didn't think it was that strong. But I didn't like the character because the character didn't seem to be like the Solo I knew from the earlier movies that were later in the timeline. If that makes any fucking sense. All right, you can say it suffered bad hate because of what was around.
What can you say? Hey,
it makes you feel better, Mike, and and your girlfriend Jenny, she can appear in one of those Star Trek movies in the future.
Oh,
she can be the green skin dancer.
Ooh. So, gaming wise,
yes.
Done any lately?
Our last session. I think our last session we had canceled because of a family emergency in Joe's family. He's our GM.
Oh.
But we got a game coming up on Tuesday. So listen, summer times are rough, right?
Right.
You know, we've been trying to get an excursion out to the complete strategist and trying to line up people's schedules, and it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. You know, it's everybody. It's summertime. Somebody is always vacationing, or working, or covering somebody else's vacation. Bad Mike, The Expanse is the best science fiction series of the last 20 years or so. Intelligent science fiction with great writing and characters and a good plot. Yes. And also, like many of these wonderful stories, the last season was the weakest. Not weak, mind you. It's just that it was the weakest of the seasons. So, and your daughter loves Solo. All right. Mike's defending Solo still. Do you see this, Glenn? Mike can't stop defending Solo. Your granddaughter. Okay. Yes. Gangbusters BX. You can get the basic rules for that currently on drive-thru.
They're on a print, and drive-thru may or may not have the PDF now. I don't know if you took it down or not. PDF's like $20, or I think it's less than that too now. I don't know, but I got both.
I have the PDF. I do not have. It might be down. He may have taken it down. I don't see it in my quick search here. I don't see it.
Okay. Well, I've got both, so I don't worry about it.
Glenn runs a very very strong gangbusters session. That's his
20
go-to
mule
game.
power strong.
There you go. All right, Fooey has the quote. Solo was fine, but forgettable. Okay. Uh, I I couldn't tell you what the storyline was at this point, so yes, I don't disagree.
Never got into it.
My son was so into it, he bought the complete DVD collection.
Both
I
series.
never got into it. I never. I don't think I watched the first movie from end to end, so I really couldn't get into the TV series. But it was popular. It has its following.
You're right. Absolutely right. Thank you, sir. Oh wow. I forgot they filmed some of it, didn't they? It was a lot of fun. I don't remember when, but it was fun.
You know, wait, Fubi, the first movie was a stolen script. I know nothing about this stolen script. You know, I never watched the second Battlestar series.
Oh, the reboot?
Yeah. You know,
I remember that.
listen, my favorite about the original series was Lorne Green. It's like, hey, that's the guy from Bonanza,
Uh-huh.
and now he's in Cowboy in Space. All right.
Yeah, my favorite memory of the reboot was the gal who played the president of the United States. She was hot.
Okay.
Same gal was in Dances with Wolves.
Wow. That's going back. Longest movie I ever saw in the theater. I thought I was going to die.
What's that?
Dances with Wolves. It was like 3.5 hours fucking long.
Yep.
I was like,
Sure
what
is.
the hell? People were walking. Well, people were falling asleep in the theater, and I'm not talking like old men. Because I saw that when I was in my young 20s. People my age just going to sleep and going.
If I want to see a 3.5 hour Western, all I have to do is go on my shelf up there and grab the copy of the Cinerama version of How the West Was Won. I guarantee it's a lot more entertaining.
Yeah, probably. All right.
Also,
So
I just got the 10 Commandments on 4K. Wow, is all I can say. Wow.
really,
Looks Mary McConnell. Yeah, she's hot. Yeah, that's I saw that on a big 4K TV, and it's like, talk about spectacle in 4K. Whoa. I don't know why I like that movie, but I like it.
Googly, I would not have lasted. I don't know, 4.5 minutes with the subtitles, but there's a reason for that. Rach is legally blind. If there are subtitles, you can watch a movie with some subtitles. Because I will read the subtitles to it because they're always so damn fucking small. But a movie full of subtitles, I'm done. I don't care if you tell me it won 19 Oscars. Oscar can take his fucking movie back. I ain't watching.
Yep.
Howard the West Was Won. Yes, great film.
Yes, it was. That's the only one of only two epic blockbusters of that period I have. And the Cinerama version is fun, even though it's only Blu-ray.
Okay.
I mean, they wrap it around like there's 3 screens. It's really cool.
Sadie, you're on camera.
How about that?
All right.
What's new?
The rain. What's up?
I was going to say, what's new in RPG Stupid?
RPG stupid. Let's see. Waxy didn't really do anything this week. That was really surprising.
Good for them. They keep their mouths shut, they'll be fine.
Well, let's not go that far. But no, I mean, the issue I think that we're going to see is that we are going to get to the point where Watsy goes all in on digital because lower overhead, no print runs or less smaller print runs, and you monetize the entire group as opposed to just the DM. And when that happens, we could see the bottom fall out of D&D. Not gaming in general, but if the water's lower for D&D, the water's lower for everybody. We just know that. So, oh man, Glenn, your allergies, my allergies.
Sorry.
You're giving me more allergies.
What can I say?
Bad Mike.
David!
Yes, Dave. Battlestar Galactica 2 lost track in the later seasons, but in all, much better storyline and acting. And special effects, but that was to be expected. Well, yeah, I mean, they were practical special effects in the first series, right? I mean, the great thing about Babylon 5 is Babylon 5's their first season special effects were being done on Amiga computers, which was pushing computing to a new level.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's why it looked so good for the time. Not necessarily for now, but for the time, it looked amazing. Battlestar Galactica is a political drama set in space. They are apparently looking to do it again, this time with the current AI controversies as background.
Oh boy.
I call it something else then, please. I don't think I can handle another Battlestar Galactica series. No. Reminds me of Lost, where they lost their way halfway through. Same with Battlestar Galactica. I was lost with Lost. I watched a handful of episodes. Didn't give a shit about the characters. Didn't give a shit about the storyline. Never watched it again. It wasn't something that I got excited about. Sorry. Kind of like The Walking Dead. I liked The Walking Dead for like the first two and a half seasons. And then I was like, enough of this shit. Enough. There's nothing new. If I had continued watching it, I would have seen Ken Whitman and his actual screen appearance.
Yeah. He was the zombie with the pencil dice sticking out of his pockets.
Oh, damn. He was the pickaxe man or some shit like that.
Mr. Max Headhead.
Yeah,
He's talking about Max Headroom. I used to watch that.
Oh, so David corrected me. Amiga Plus.
Yes, I do.
Amiga Plus, very expensive video toaster hardware, not standard Amiga. Okay. I just still remember reading, because I always wanted an Amiga, because I was a Commodore guy. I had my Commodore 64, and I loved it.
Man.
I loved it until I didn't have it anymore.
Uh-huh.
You know? But I was like, oh, look at these Amigas. That's Commodore and then some. But Lost, great series, a terrible final season. Game of Thrones. They don't have an ending for this shit, right? Well, Game of Thrones, we didn't have an ending because J.R. Martin was occupied writing other shit that excited him. He lost his mojo. No more mojo for him.
No mojo for you.
Great series, like the boys. They're not sticking that landing, so I just got to walk away at this point. I'm just making sure all your comments hit the screen, folks. Oh yeah, too many writers, directors, or whatever they call them, like story. I'm the one that keeps the story coherent. No, you know.
Okay.
I forget the name of these. You know, the ones that are supposed to keep everybody on the same page. They tend to fucking fail. But in any case, game of garbage ending. Justified and Breaking Bad were good the entire series because the same creator the entire time. Okay, fair enough. But also, they weren't science fiction or fantasy. So they, you know, science fiction and fantasy has its own issues that can go there. Showrunner, thank you. That's what I was thinking about. Story guy, something or other, showrunner. And they always think too highly of themselves and their ability to tell a coherent story. Just saying. Not saying they should go fuck themselves, but some of them should.
I'm not saying it was aliens, but it was aliens.
Yeah, there you go. The Wire. I will fully admit to have never seen The Wire, just certain scenes. I will commit to The Wire at some point. Um,
Oh, Hell on Wheels is rough. It had Cole Meany in it.
oh. So according to my watch, the last hour and a half of my drive home today. So in other words, after I stopped at McDonald's for the bathroom and iced teas, I was asleep driving.
Ooh,
My watch does that. My watch tells me I'm asleep when I'm driving. I must get into a certain. I'm so focused on the driving aspect that other parts of my brain shut down. So I can still have a conversation with Rach. I mean, I know I was pointing out the number of state troopers I saw on Interstate 80 in New Jersey. I was like, holy shit. There's another car stop. There's another car stop. There's another trooper over there. And the turnaround. I was like, they have to have the whole barracks out. We saw like 7 trooper cars in the course of like 5 minutes or less. So, Fugly, highway hypnosis. Yeah, it could be. Deadwood.
Let's see.
Now, there was a show. You know what? I was watching that when up until 2020, I was binge watching it, and then Rach was working from home during 2020, and I had my triple hospitalizations that year, and I never finished it. I really should go back and rewatch it. What I did watch with Deadwood though was holy shit, really, really good. I like a good Western. I mean, The Unforgiven is probably one of my top 3 movies of all time, maybe top 1.
That's understandable. That's a good movie.
Yeah. I mean, there's just something about it. And it's not that Clint isn't young in it anymore, but it's just it hits a lot of really, really good notes.
It does.
All right. Deadwood was killed by HBO, as was Rome. Well, a lot of
both. Yeah.
And that's just part of being you're profitable until you're not profitable anymore.
You got that right.
Oh my god. All right. Well, Glenn, I hate to do this when we've got between We've got over 30 people watching live right now. Which
How about that? Ain't that something?
It's pretty spot on numbers.
Yeah.
But I'm going to remind folks, if you want to support this channel, there's a link at the bottom of the screen. It's a Humble Bundle affiliate link, Tenkar-Tavern.game/Star Trek. For $1, you can get the Modiphius Star Trek starter set. I think $25 gets you 36 PDFs.
If you ever want to toss a few bucks to an old Grognard, I got my
Awesome. Radio Grognard.
my Ko-fi page, ko-fi.com/oldmangrognard. Or you can go to my PayPal tip jar, paypal.me/oldmangrognard.
Or you can go on to Spotify. Subscribe to. You can help the old man get a little bit better.
True.
You got to support his movie habit. And by the way, we are trying to work out the logistics to get Glenn, myself, and Bad Mike to do our own
Movie
Mystery
thing.
Science Theater like thing with a movie that
talk to Mike about movies.
Yeah, with a movie that won't get its copyright struck.
There's plenty of them on the Internet Archive.
Mike says that Eric has to pee now.
Oh, don't make a suggestion.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get one of those portable urinals, and then I'll just pee during the show. You never know.
Get a motorman's friend.
There you go. Oh my God.
Oh, Kevin McKidd. Wow. Nice.
No, Breaking Bad is not a prequel to The Walking Dead.
No.
I don't think. So, huge thank you to Glenn for allowing us to reschedule to tonight, Sunday. I'm tired. We hit traffic coming home, so it was about 3.5 hour drive. I'm just kind of like, I mean, not like Glenn. Glenn was driving from Oklahoma to Dallas.
No, Becky was driving Oklahoma to Dallas.
Oh, so you could have actually slept.
It didn't matter. I was still tired. But anyway, yeah, she won't let me drive long distances. She won't let me drive with her in the car unless she has to absolutely have to.
Well, I mean, I won't let Rachel drive, but she's legally blind. So, I mean, that's...
I understand.
Yeah, no license, any of that stuff. Nah, you can't do it. The Walking Dead doesn't require drugs to watch, but it just gets repetitive season after season after season. Breaking Bad is a science teacher becomes a drug lord over the course of time and loses all semblance of humanity in the process.
But both of those shows gave us Mike Ehrmantraut and Gus Fring, so that's a good thing.
Well, there you go. Can't all be wrong. Folks, whether you're listening and watching, or you could be listening, right? Because now Spotify is going to be putting this one out as a podcast later tonight. But whether you're watching on Rumble, Twitter/X, YouTube, whether you're watching this later on Spotify, tell Spotify to support live streams, and then we can meld all this well together.
Yeah, all that synergy going away, synchronicity going away.
Thank you. In any case, folks, as always,
here we go. We're
well. God bless. Roll those dice, roll them well. I'll be back again tomorrow with some random episode. And
next time, I promise we'll talk more about gaming.
Oh yes. We don't
well,
even.
I won't see. I won't see you for a month because next time it falls on the 5th.
Is it
yeah, that's why I want to do this one so bad.
Oh, you're right. The 30th. Well, maybe the 30th will. So we won't see. All right. So our next one is going to be on the 6th, but maybe we'll do a special. Maybe we'll make the 30th our Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Who knows? We'll see what happens. Yeah. I still don't know how to do that, but I can find a film.
I can figure it out.
So I got to do the
video in here.
Gotcha.
And then we just make fun of this shit. We'll figure it. we'll do fine, or we'll just lose an audience. I don't know.
Okay.
On that note, all right, folks. Good night. God bless.
Good night, folks.